Perfect.
Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome back. Happy Friday, and welcome to the newest edition of the Queens of Boxing Talk. I am Nik-J, and this is my player partner. I don't know where Boxiana went, but this is Boxiana the Menace. How are you doing, friend?
We're here. We're outside today. It's going to be a fantastic show.
Fantastic.
And the locks is still here. They have to go up. If they don't go up, I'm going to thin them out and I'm going to be looking like Lil Wayne. Y'all want me to look like Weezy? Cool. I'll do that for y'all. I don't want to look like Lil Wayne.
What?
I'm going to look like Lil Wayne because I can't stop touching them.
Okay, I don't want you to look like Lil Wayne.
Exactly. So I'm going to bust out a baddie every single time.
Okay, yeah. I don't want you to do that then. I don't want you to do that. How you been, friend? How's this weekend been?
Everything's fine. I see what that is now.
I see what that is now,
it's
too.
Bad.
So this is what we can do with that. There we go.
Okay, it's going now. What is that?
So it shows the comments. It shows the chat comments. Yeah.
Okay.
Do we want them or no?
Yeah, but I mean, let's try something new today. Why not?
Let's try something new today.
Let's put them up. Okay, let's go for it. Because y'all, that's what took us so long to come in here. Because we were trying to figure out what this gray line was on the side of the screen. And I'm sitting over here doing this. And then my friend switched her side and she doing this. And we don't know what they doing.
Yeah, we didn't know what was going on. But now we know. So y'all keep typing in the comments so we can see the new messages come on the screen and whatnot. Friend, how was your week today? This week? Sorry.
Long. My month is long. I got one more week. I get to be off on Monday, but I didn't work like a 200-hour month, friend. Oh, yeah. Eating down. So, I'm just in here off adrenaline and all that stuff.
Well, it's going to be some nice adrenaline today because
I'm telling y'all right now, I'm getting banned. My friend told me that my friend fussed at me today, y'all.
I did not.
Yes, she did. She grabbed me right by my wig and she was like, listen, you need to get this together. So guess what I'll be doing today? Participating. I'll be participating, you guys. It's going to be a loud one this evening because I got a lot to say since that's the case.
Hey, Quell, how you doing? Y'all come on in the room, please. Come on in here. Okay, I know it's not a lot of boxing going on this week that we're excited about, but there has been some really steamy boxing news throughout the week that we must address. So do me a favor. Everybody that's in here on Twitter, please hit the repost button. Okay, let the people know that we're on live right now, and we will be discussing all things boxing, even those who have, told us not to speak on them. We're going to be talking about them today too. Okay, come on in the room. Okay, Haley Jackson, how you doing? I want y'all to come on in. Hey, Sticks and Jabs, what's going down? Hey, Nakia, make them freeze. Corbin, she in the house. I love the hubby and wife team. How y'all doing? Shogun 76 is here. Mo 2013, our good chef brother. How you doing? DP Rocker is here. Lee Jackson, how are you? Keith Tucker, what's going down? Tay Tay, the real queen of MMA and comeback talk. Hey, sweetheart, how are you? Pablo Escobar is in the house. Sean Terrence is also here. We also have Quell is here. And Boxiana, your favorite phenomenal Mexican, is here. We also have Scarcities in the house. What's going down, Scarcities? And our guy, first super chat of the night, Ramsey's ex. How you doing? How you been? He said, all love all the time for my sisters. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Hey, Mix, what's going down, girl? Oh, Knockout sent you over here to Lee Jackson. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming to check us out. What's going down, Brent Fox? What's up? Dre the Boxer, how you doing? Y'all come on in. Come on in, share the episode, hit the like button on your way in, please, and thank you. We're going to get right down off into it. First of all, shout out to the Pacers. I don't know how many of y'all in here are Knicks fans. I'm nervous for y'all, though. I'm a little nervous. Oh.
Let me tell you, friend. Me and V was watching the game the other night, and like I just happened to look up, and he was like, "Look, they finna come back." And like, friend, I wasn't expecting the comeback to be like that. It was crazy. Like I was in there yelling, like I ain't neither one of these people is my team. I was shocked. I never cheered for them in a day, but the way they came back compelled me to cheer for them.
Listen, I don't have a dog in this fight. I just get to sit back and enjoy really exciting basketball, which is what these here playoffs have been providing. Shout out to the Pacers, because it ain't just one somebody on their team. They are collectively handing out ass whoopings to the New York Knicks. And it's tight on y'all. It is real tight on them Knicks. It's real tight on you. Anyhow, y'all come on in. Lyric 881, hey, how you doing? Chris, what's going down? So look, we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna get into some boxing that came on today. We ain't gonna jump right into the main thing because I want y'all to come up in here. What's up, CB Sports TV? I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? You in the
I said I know y'all didn't go and sneak another one in here like that.
They be fruitful. They be fruitful.
Nothing, baby. This ain't nothing.
Yeah, I saw that too. Thank you so much for coming in here on this Good Friday. But yeah, I wanted to talk about Terry Harper because Terry Harper has provided boxing with one of the best phrases that I've heard in boxing terminology, and it was provided by my friend here. Okay, Terry was on the receiving end of a real bad punch from one Alicia Baumgartner. And when Alicia turned her lights on, friend, you coined the phrase
airplane mode.
She put her where?
Airplane mode.
And so Terry Harper has since regained consciousness, and she's flipped her switch, and she's out of airplane mode, and she's back boxing and looking good. She had a win today over a 42-year-old Zimmerman. I believe the lady's name is Natalie Zimmerman. Zimmerman went all 10 rounds, but baby, she was bleeding like a pig in round 10 from a really bad head gash. Ooh, they had a head clash, and she was bleeding all over everywhere. Girl, her blood got all in Terry Harper's mouth. It was just nasty. It was awful. Anyway, Terry pulled out the victory. So shout out to Terry Harper. And did you see the fight, Free? Did you get to see it?
No, I didn't. I want to see her get beat up on by Carolina Dubois at this point, because that's coming next for you, ma'am. I'm not big on the headbutter. I don't know what it is about the UK girls. It's only one UK girl that ain't over there headbutting and I'm so afraid of her, friend. I think her name is like Ebony Price.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Have
mm-hmm.
you seen her? She thick all the way around, like down to the ankles. I don't know about her. Y'all, we all might want to be looking at her kind of like, but yeah, friend, good for Terry. She beat up on a 40-year-old. Like, you're not getting no credit for me on that one, sis. I don't care how the stacks may stack. Good for her. Go ahead and get your next up, unless you avoid Carolina Dubois, which I would too, cause them knuckles, they on you next, ma'am.
Well, congratulations, Terry. Okay. Um, Also, guys, if y'all gonna be up tonight early in the wee morning hours and whatnot, there's a fight in Japan. Angelo Leo will be fighting in Japan. So I don't know, if you guys are interested in some early morning boxing, they'll be in Japan. I think the main event probably starts around 4:30, something like that. Anyway, Angelo Leo will be over there fighting in Japan today. So there's that. I want to jump into some boxing news because there's been a lot going on this week in the world of boxing. There was a lot going on last week. I do want to touch on last week's fights because we did not have a show. We didn't have a show on Sunday, did we? We didn't have a show on Sunday. So we didn't get a chance to talk about Michael Fox and Sergey Bohachuk. Okay. Yeah, I see you pursing your lips up, friend. How did you feel about that fight?
I told everybody, like I put it on Twitter, and it's funny because Mike went and saw it after the fight. Like he had everything he need to do Bo in, and he dug deep, friend. I love that for him. Like people be sleeping on Mike. Michael, he's a solid fighter, so I
He's
love he got the opportunity to kind of show himself and be able to like capture an audience because seems like the curse of the Eastern European may be coming to an end. Us Americans may be safe now.
You think it's
They
dying down a little bit?
It's dying just a small amount.
Okay. Y'all come on in and hit that like button on your way in. Share the episode, please, so the folks can know that we're on. We weren't on Sunday, so a lot of people are kind of confused on when we're going to be back. We're back. Okay, we're back. So share the episode so the rest of YouTube can see that we're on tonight. I was picking Sergey to beat Michael. I was thinking he was gonna knock Michael out, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought Michael was gonna get knocked out. I also want to know, friend, do you feel like Michael, because there seems to be a really big height disparity. Michael also fights at 154, like somebody else I know that you seem to think is a weight bully. Is Michael not a weight bully coming in at 6'4"?
No.
Fighting at 154 pounds?
No. 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 You're not getting me on this one, friend. You're not doing it.
I just wanted to
know. No, I'm gonna criticize certain people, friend. I'm not gonna criticize certain folks.
Okay. I did. Hey, I was just wondering.
I'm just saying. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I didn't know he was 6'4", but I ain't gonna call the man a weight bully.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. He did not win the fight, but he didn't get knocked out, which I thought he was gonna. I thought he was gonna get knocked out. He showed. He had a good showing for himself, but if ever I've seen somebody that may deserve the term pillow feasting, Michael wasn't putting any oomph on them punches. Them punches wasn't saying nothing.
Well, now, we got to take into the consideration he was fighting the Eastern European man, friend. I'm not gonna. Those men are strong and they survive cold winters and all those things. So it takes a lot to hurt them.
Friend, but the punches didn't seem like they had no stank on them at all. It was like pity pat, boom, boom, boom.
Is either, friend.
Did y'all watch that? I'm asking the people in the chat. Did y'all watch that Michael Fox, Sergey Bohachuk fight?
I watched it. Why you don't want to listen to me, friend?
Because, friend, you saw them punches wasn't moving nothing.
Okay, no, but here's the thing. We are always saying that not every fight is going to get a knockout. Maybe he don't have a lot of power. Maybe he's just a really good boxer, and that's okay.
I'm not saying that. That's absolutely okay. But I think, in my opinion, just my opinion, had he had some extra oomph on those punches that may have just put a little something on him, it may have had a better effect for him. Because to me, I agree with you. It felt like he was fighting a better fight. He was boxing a better fight. But those punches seemed so irrelevant because they wasn't hurting nothing. I mean, they wasn't moving nothing. He had good footwork. He was sticking and moving, but the punches, Boachuk didn't look like he had been in no sparring match. It looked like Michaels was sparring in there, trying not to hurt him versus trying to hurt him, is what I'm saying. So I've seen people call other fighters pillow fisted for way, way less. Is all I'm saying.
Fans are judgmental, and of course, they're gonna have additional things to say.
Okay. Well. Okay. All right. Congratulations, Sergey. Also last week, I saw a fight with one of the Vargas boys, the oldest Vargas boy. He had a fight also on Marv Nation. So interesting. I was listening to, him, his whole intro walkout. He had a Mexican. I'm not going to say Hispanic. I'm going to say Mexican because the guy that walked him out, the rapper, he made a point to say where my Mexicans at, and he's very proud. They're always very proud. Had their fight in the City of Industry out in Los Angeles, and when I was watching, I was thinking to myself, man, it sure would be nice if we could have some of our top Black American boxers come out to the ring and proudly proclaim, this is for my Black Americans, the way other folks proudly rep their people. Why is that such?
You know why? Because everybody's so judgmental of the things that we say. Y'all not gonna like this. I'm not gonna say it because my friend is gonna be like, friend, my God. Because you know why? Because this is why what we're gonna say. This is for my bros, and y'all know what word I'm gonna use. We're not gonna get up there and say this is for my Black Americans and all that. Like, we not gonna do that. We gonna say this is for my bros, and people ain't gonna like how we do it because regardless of whatever we are, we gonna always be us. I'm always be me. That's what's keeping us in the hood temporarily. Cause I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't. It won't get out of me. It's in some people, friend. It just is what it is. That's why it can't happen like that. They can say, you know what I'm saying? They don't have a name for you know what I'm saying? They call them.
They can say my brothers, friend. They can say my brothers for my Black brothers.
They use gente, friend. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a word to use, but they don't do that. Like they have cultural respect. Like we didn't like. It sounds so sad that I'm about to say this, but like we honestly don't have like a huge culture to respect. Like it seemed like Black Americans are still finding themselves, friend. Like they're torn. You don't think like that. You a solid foundational one. you up. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody have that about themselves. Like you against the word. You against hood activities. You know what I'm saying? When Black Americans, and I'm not speaking for all Black Americans, the ones that I'm talking about, this for y'all, because y'all think like me. We do stuff, and like our culture is not celebrated. They love our culture, but it's not celebrated how it should be, man. Like it's off, friend. We ain't gonna have that. Ain't nobody gonna come out. When the only people that was doing that was the them brothers, the Antoines. You know what I'm saying? Like they the only ones that was coming out with the African garb on and stuff. But see, that's the thing. They like you. They the foundational people that's into all that. Everybody can't do that, friend. It's some of us. Like Black culture ain't just one thing, friend. That's the thing. That's the thing. Some of us gonna come out and be like, this for my. Gary Antoine them, y'all gonna come out with y'all dashikis on and all y'all stuff with the beads. Y'all that's for y'all.
Friend, I'm not even gonna come out like that. We could just be black. Well, we just can't be black.
It's so many things. And you know what I think about when I think about black? A lot of people didn't see Sinners. But there was a part of Sinners where Sonny Boy was playing the music and then all the cultures were coming together and it was showing you. That's what I think of black. It ain't just one thing to me.
It's not. But that's what I'm saying. Black covers it all. Black covers it all.
Right. So why they can't come out there and be like, this is for my, and it not be an issue? You know what I'm saying? Why is it going to be judged that this is the part of the culture that they deciding to represent and they not being like you and Gary Antoine them coming out with your dashikis on? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's too many different things to choose from to be, friend.
There's so many words to use other than that. When they can say this is for my bruvs in the hood or this is for my hood baby.
Friend, it don't mean the same. Because I'm telling you, when I'm being inspirational and I'm saying it from the heart, this from my, you know me, friend, it's different. It's different. I stopped saying it. You've gotten me out of saying it like I used to say it, friend. Like it was it took me some time to branch from it. But if I gotta get down to it, where if I gotta take a prison picture, guess what? I'm dropping down, and this is for my. That's just what it is, friend. That's me. That's not you.
Watch for the hood. Thank you so much. He says, "Cut the crap, Boxiana. We foundational Black American."
Y'all is. I'm from. That's not me. That ain't me. I don't know that. I don't know that.
You're not black. What do you fill out on your job application?
You don't want to know?
I do.
I put. I'm not saying it. Because you know what? They gonna call me back. I'm not checking certain boxes. I need my job. My job right now, I got it because I lied on the boxes. And when I went in there, they was like, oh, this wasn't what I was expecting. But it was already too late. They loved me by then, friend.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I just that was something that when I was watching it, I was thinking about it and I was like, man, it just would be so great if we could be as proud and not be judged. But I have to agree with you, friend. Go ahead. Because I would be judging if somebody came out and say that. I cringe right now when I hear people in interviews use the word, especially in mixed company. I cringe.
No, and you know what? Watch for the hood. Ain't nothing shamed about me, baby, because I'm black everywhere I go. And believe me, my friend will tell you, I reps hard. Don't you better not ever confuse me for anything else. You're going to get read the rights of your life. But why can't it be, you know what I'm saying? Why can't it be there without somebody turning their face up at it? Like,
because that's shame.
Okay,
I'm
right.
shame.
But if some people don't want to, I don't know. I can't explain it, but I can't speak for everybody. I know how I think about stuff. Like I took my African courses and classes and had to learn about the stuff that I had to learn about. That was cool for me. But like, I'm an 80s baby. I didn't grow up. You know what I'm saying? So like, I hate to say this, sounds so bad. My era is the crack era. Like, and then we went straight into the 90s and then the 2000s. So like when people was embracing their culture real hard, we got lost somewhere because we started taking a new. Wait a minute. Okay, go ahead. Because I saw something. I feel like I need to answer.
Scarcity says Black was considered a derogatory term back then. It was. It would, you know, that's the thing. We cannot get on one accord as to what we even want to be referred to as. And I just say Black American.
CW, we not acting like Black is considered like we're trying to figure out what is our actual place. Like what would make people happy to see us represent? Because the Mexican culture, they get out and this is for my Mexican people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
What do we have to be like?
I say Black. I say, when I'm referring to us, I say black. So, but like you said, some people, if you talking to somebody of a different culture and they ask you what you are, what is your response?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm black.
Okay, so universally, I would assume that everybody in America that is black say it's black. Like, to me, that's the term. Now, I know some people love to say foundational black Americans and all the other good jargon, African American, all the other good jargon. I say black American. That's what I use. Anything besides the word that starts with N and ends with A, to me, in mixed company, that ain't it.
Okay, so CW, you think like I think. I ain't never been to Africa. I know, right? So like, I feel like they would be offended for me playing dress up in their shit. That's how I feel.
You don't have to be in their clothes, friend.
Right, but I do though. Like when I can't explain this without it sounding funny. That okay, T9, that's what we just gonna go with. Just say but we gotta be really, 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 we gotta really think about the stuff that we saying and what we asking for, right? Mm-hmm. That's never a good thing for us. Can you imagine for a boxer? Devin got up and said he wasn't never gonna let a white boy beat him and damn near shut the internet down. Can you imagine a black fighter getting up saying, "This is for all my black people"?
Yes. I can't wait till the day where we can do where somebody does it. Like Deontay Wilder used to try to do that. And he got shitted on. They hated him for it and all of that. But the reason why is because it was a certain demographic of black people that also, for whatever reason, cringed at that. What are we cringing for?
So what you think is gonna happen this time? It's not gonna change. Now
go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be in a situation where it's probably gonna end up being something worse, because one thing that I'm learning about some of us, they'll do anything to appease the racist people around them. So like, I just don't want a boxer to be the guinea pig for this situation, because it's not going to be one of those where so a lot of people go embrace it. They're gonna be like, yeah, that's what's up. But there's gonna be a few that turns into a mini, because that's how that goes.
But fuck them though, because it's always gonna be. It's always gonna be something with us. We irritate people just by being. So I ain't concerned about who don't like it. I'm not concerned about it. You know what they wouldn't get, what you wouldn't hear no pushback from? You wouldn't hear no pushback if somebody got their ass up in that ring and said something about my ends this, my ends that. You gonna hear pushback from other black people, but others, they gonna be silent about it because they love when we show ignorance in mixed company. They love that. It's when we try to do something powerful, prideful, and uplifting for ourselves that it's an issue. What reason would anybody have an issue with a black American saying this is for my black Americans, except for they feel uncomfortable? I don't give a fuck about y'all feeling uncomfortable. Get comfortable with it. Get comfortable. Ruffle some feathers about the right stuff is all I be saying. Phenomenal Mexican, thank you so much. He says, Boxiana from Sinaloa. She chills with the chapitos. I don't know what none of that mean. Sir, I don't know what none of that mean.
Kind of look in a villain, but it's cool though. I know what you mean, and it's all right.
Scarcity says, don't you get cussed out and have no Rolo vacation. Phenomenal Mexican. I'm just saying. American Indian, look at the profile picture. Okay, Scarcity. All right. He knows his his American Indian heritage. Okay, then. So yeah, when I saw that, I looked at that. Y'all come on in. I see y'all coming in. I watched that and it made me feel like, damn, I wish we had a representative who wasn't afraid. And even with, like you said, with the Russells, their garb spoke it, but they never, not that I know, you know,
when that belt with the chains on it, I was done with that shit.
Exactly. And like I told y'all last year about that, and we're coming up on Juneteenth again. Don't be so quick to just give up because it's not what you want it to be initially. Everything has the capability to be corrected. Everything is not going to be done correctly on the first go round. I would rather have some representation, and maybe it's not up to par this time, but give your input and get it right the next time, versus you don't like it this time, so screw it, we just ain't gonna do nothing. No, get it right. That's giving up to me. Why? Don't give up. Just get it right. And I don't care however many times you got to do it. Get it right. Don't just like say, well, then forget it. I'm going to quit. Man, they ain't even. I would go deeper because I would like to know why the chains offend you so much.
Huh?
Why do the chains
I wouldn't. It's not the chains that offensive. I wouldn't accept enough shit that depicted me as a slave once upon a time. What I want that in my possession for? Why? I don't. No. And I don't want you to like take me as like I'm. You cool? I'm sorry. Yeah, man. Like I don't understand. It was getting really aggressive. Like. But I don't want people to think that like I'm not understanding of like slavery and what it meant and what our people went through. Like I've seen and heard some things that will scar me for the rest of my life. The thing about it is, to me, that belt was too much. Okay, like put the stuff on there, right? But like. Everything I feel like I need to say, I feel like I'm gonna say it's gonna sound offensive. Like I ain't ashamed of the shit, but like y'all parading this around like it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all got this posted up on this belt, and y'all want these black boxers to wear this around like it's cool. Like they know where they came from. You don't have to remind them by chains. Come up with something else for it. The chains and shit, I didn't like that. That's just my opinion. I thought it was weird to put that on their belt. Like, y'all already be locking these boxes into these weird ass contracts and stuff, and then you gonna give them a belt with slavery chains on it. Y'all already think a lot of them as slaves. Why are we doing this? Put something else on the belt. Like, I'm not ashamed of it at all, but put something else on it, because the stuff y'all doing is weird, and I just don't like it, friend. I didn't like the chains. I would rather have it been something else other than the chains, because a lot of people don't really understand them chains was more than just iron, like connected to somebody. Like people died in those chains. They were tortured in those chains. Like, why they want to wear that around?
Well, I don't. Let me read these super chats. Thank you, Talib Cunningham, for the $2 super chat. He says, my only enemy is an old white man. Message. Thank you so much for the $2. Phenomenal Mexican came back. He says, vacation? I used up all my sick time already. Well, you better act like it. Okay? You better act like it. Okay? So, oh, okay. So, Rick, what we're talking about is the Juneteenth commemorative belt that the WBC presented last year to, I want to say it was the Russells, to Gary Russell. And on the particular belt, that wasn't the first year that they had it, but on the belt, it had a depiction of fist breaking out of chains. So Juneteenth, and I know you know what Juneteenth is, Rick. You're here in Houston, right? So a lot of people did not like that. They did not like, and Boxiana is one of them. So it was like, I don't ever want to see that belt again. They don't ever need to do that. It was offensive to a lot of people. My take on it was, I could see where people are offended by it, but don't just do away with the belt. Like, I love the fact that it is being acknowledged. Okay, I like the fact that there's acknowledgement, because we as a people here in the good Americas, we always, that's part of our plight here, is that we don't get the recognition that we need. So when somebody does it and they don't necessarily do it in the way that we want them to do it, I could probably imagine that there weren't many Black people in the room when they came up with the design for this belt. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. But like my friend said, she didn't really care for the belt at all. She didn't like the chain thing. So my thing is, okay, cool. We can voice that. Let it be known that, hey, if you're going to celebrate Juneteenth, because somebody checked me about it last year in the comment section, and it was like, hey, there's a whole Juneteenth flag that has nothing to do with chains. It's red, white, and blue. And that should have been the depiction that was on the belt. And I said, you know what? You're so right. You're absolutely right. This belt doesn't have to have anything to do with Pan-Africanism. It doesn't have to have the red, black, and green colors. It doesn't have anything. If it's about Juneteenth, it needs to focus on Juneteenth. Juneteenth actually has its own flag and all of those good things. So to me, don't do away with the whole concept of the belt. Just do it right, is what I'm saying. And I want us to get out of the idea that if it's not done like we wanted the first time around, then just screw it, let it go. We don't have to have it. I don't want to see it, and they just did it wrong, and F them. No, because I always feel like we should be celebrated. Go ahead, friend.
I feel like this. If the racism ain't gonna stop in boxing, don't celebrate shit on my behalf, because you're not doing nothing but making an embarrassment of the things that you're saying. Don't give no damn Juneteenth belt with some chains on it, and then the Mexican belt is laced out with all of the Mexican fighters of this lifetime and diamonds and gold and shit. Why the hell we got this chain? If y'all not gonna like do it right, just, I ain't gonna say don't do it at all, but I gotta see who said it. I think it was I don't want to mess your name up, but Menace. Cut the check to the winner of the fight, whoever fighting on Juneteenth. Don't get no none of that, because like my thing is, and like, don't get me wrong, because y'all know me, Canelo, my favorite fighter. I love Mexican boxing. They gritty, they go hard, they give you everything that you need out of boxing, and they celebrate it and they love, like, and you can tell when their belts are given, a lot of time and thought was put into it. Like, they beautiful. I don't know if y'all have ever seen any of like the Hispanic belts that they give away. You talking about a bad belt? They got some lavish ones, beautiful belts. And then here they come with this yellow belt with slave chains and whatever was in the middle of it. Like, there's too many public opinion. You could have got all them black boxers in a room together and asked them what they wanted. It didn't have to be our opinion. Y'all could have got all of the African American fighters, even the UK black fighters. They black too. We all gonna celebrate Juneteenth if that's the case. Put them in a room. I know, friend. I know how you feel about that, but I'm just saying, it was done bad.
I get that. I mean, I'm not gonna push back on that. I understand that. I know it's nothing that's just how you feel deeply about it, and I get it. I really do. And people, like, I read this. V Rock, he says the acknowledgement ain't making no change though. So what's the point? I don't believe they made it trying to be honorable to our history. Shaking my head. Okay. Point taken. Scarcities, thank you so much for the $1.99. He says, what did that Codex show you what did that codex show you, Boxiana? Us in charge. I don't get what I'm missing.
It's a codex on Twitter that he
Oh, okay.
tag Nick too, so she can see it. He'll find it and send it to you.
What was it?
Something that you can post, like we can't put it up here, but you can see it for yourself and see it.
What was it? What's it?
I can't. It would take me a minute to break it down to show you. So
okay, so we got stuck here. I wasn't even trying to stay on this that long. I just thought it was interesting that different cultures here can proudly rep their heritage, which is somewhere else, and it not be an issue. And I hate that we are always worried about what somebody's going to say if we do X, Y, and Z. They going to say it regardless. So just do it. Just do it. Just do it. If that's how you genuinely feel, just do it. Talib Cunningham, thank you so much. He came back. Hey, tell your mama we said hey. He says, my thing is, if Black folks not involved in the process, stop using our name and fame. We good we good on the ninja belt. Good gesture. They just don't know. And I agree. And it's not called the ninja belt. That's what y'all calling it. It's actually called the Juneteenth belt. But when we don't like something, then we get real mad and say it's the end belt. And I'm like, I swear we can't. We be our own worst enemy sometimes. Go ahead, friend.
No, I just said it's me. She talking about me. I am her. I am the person that she is describing. It is me. But guess what?
It's not just you. It's not. It's not. I absolutely do agree. They should have conferred with they should have gotten a group of Black Americans in the room. And you know what, friend? I can't even say they didn't, but this belt came from the WBC. Okay.
Mauricio,
I'll just say that.
Include everybody. Mauricio made a rainbow belt too. You forgot about that?
That's what I'm saying. They make all kind of commemorative belts.
But the rainbow belt, it was for them. It was for them.
Okay.
That Juneteenth belt was not for us.
Who was it for?
I don't know.
Because I don't have a problem with the chain thing. Like, I don't. I know a lot of people do. I don't have a problem with the chain thing. Yeah. That's a part of the history of our folks here in the Americas. That's the whole point of Juneteenth. Like, if we try to bury the whole point of Juneteenth, why do we have the holiday? The holiday is because
burying anything, friend. What we're not doing is giving, you know what? And like, I hate this. And like, well, I guess this is the conversation, the deep conversation hour on Queens of Boxing Talk tonight, because this is messed me up. This is why I don't like talking about this specific belt, because it put me in the mind frame this. We all done seen Django. You saw Django. We all saw Django. The Mandingo fighting, that's what that belt reminded me of. I don't want to see that ever in my presence. Ever. Again. Cool.
I'm sorry. I'm reading comments.
No, it's fine. It's cool. Whoever else like it. You love it. Y'all cool. It representing y'all proud of y'all history. Cool. That's what they put me in the mindset of. And I don't want to see it. I don't care else to see it. Give me something else that y'all came up with. Because really, if you break it down and go back to it, like, that's what boxing came from. Like, them kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's too much, man. I don't know. I don't want to be, I don't want
it makes you feel uncomfortable.
No, and it's not the fact that I feel uncomfortable. It makes me sad for my people over the history, and like, y'all putting this on a belt for somebody to walk around. Like,
don't nobody walk around with them damn belts.
No, friend, but when they come out to the ring, they have to carry that out with them. I'm sorry. I didn't end up windmilling somebody. There's a whole lot of stuff I'm gonna play with. The first time somebody slip up and say the wrong thing, I didn't lost my cool and my composure. That's just too much access. I could feel them calling that belt the N-word belt, behind closed doors. That's what I feel like.
That's what you feel. Okay.
They got around in a circle and put the belt in the middle of the table and then chanted the hard ER around it and then put it in a box and gave it to the person. So it's in their belt, friend. I'm good on that. No.
Would you have felt better if it came from the IBF?
Honestly, I would have felt better if it looked better. If it wasn't on there, I would have. Yeah, they could have flag. They could have put like there could have been anything that they could have put on there except for. I need. Let me go pull that belt up.
No, I remember the belt. My question is this: since we have had this conversation about it, and I'm sure that they've heard the pushback, I'm curious to see if they're going to have the belt presented this year again, and if there are any changes made to the belt. So I'm curious to see that. I'll be watching. I don't know any fights except for our guy, Atlanta, Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. will be over in Japan fighting Juneteenth. I don't know of any other big fight on Juneteenth. I don't know if WBC belt will be on the line anywhere, if there will be any WBC sanctioned fights that weekend, but I am very curious to see, and I will have a very keen eye to see if that belt will be back in circulation this year and who it will be presented to and what it looks like if any changes were made. So anyway, yeah, the messenger, I would not mind seeing it come with scholarships and all of those things either. I would, all of those things, all of those things, all of that. All of that. My thing is voice your opinion about it. Don't say, I hate it. Don't ever do it again. We don't need it. Blah, blah, blah. No, I want all the recognition. I want it. I want it all. I want all the recognition. Because if they don't have to look at it, if they don't have to acknowledge it, then shit's going to stay like it is. No, acknowledge the shit. Acknowledge it. I'm all about the acknowledgement. Yes, acknowledge it.
Why they couldn't put, my thing is this, we can't acknowledge, put Harriet Tubman on there. You know what I'm saying? Put some people, like, she led the people out the struggle. If you're going to put some people to represent them weird ass chains on there, I didn't like that. If you're going to put some people on there, put some people that actually put into the history of Black history. The chains ain't the only part of Black history. That's the part that's failed me. The fact that chains, we didn't need that.
I get it. Star Cities, thank you so much. He says our true history is rulership. F that other ish. Okay. Gotcha. Menace 7 says we don't need the recognition. We need our coins. Listen, you talking about two separate situations. And I completely agree with you. I'm all for the reparations. We just talking boxing. We talking about the scope of boxing, though, in the recognition. If they can recognize their Hispanic fighters, the Mexican fighters, like Friend said, they have a whole pride belt. All of that. If they can do that, then I see nothing wrong with recognizing Black fighters and doing it for Juneteenth. There's no problem with doing that. However, we do want to make sure the visual is correct. That's all I'm saying. Don't do away with it. Just get it right. Thank you so much for coming back to Talib Cunningham. He says, my favorite part of Django was when he was whooping that white man with the whip. Message, keep y'all in your belt. Call it the Malcolm X belt. I'm all in. Enough is enough. We good. We dominate boxing. Okay. The Malcolm X belt. Okay. All right. Well, didn't know we was the watermelon, but the messenger, you finna get blocked in just a minute. So that was that. Didn't know we was gonna take that long on that, but that touched the nerve, didn't it? Okay, so listen. Back to boxing. Because there was a lot of mess going on in boxing this week. Okay? It was a lot of mess going on in boxing this week. And it all comes in threes. So for this next couple of minutes, We're going to talk about Turkey, Calvin, and Tank. We're going to talk about Shakur, Richardson, and Keyshawn. And you know we're going to talk about Remy, Papoose, and Clarissa. So, friend, come back. What's up, Drink? How you doing? I start with Turkey, Calvin, and Tank. Because, friend, you had some real deep thoughts and feelings about that commercial. That Calvin Ford, Turkey Alice Chic, and we don't really know what Tank feel about it, but we can assume. Friend, when you first saw it, thank you so much for the $4.99 super sticker. We appreciate it. He didn't say nothing. He just said, "Hey, we appreciate it." I want to know how you felt about all of that, because I know when I saw it, I was like, when you saw it, what did you think?
Turkey messy.
Elaborate.
Turkey messier than the auntie don't never bring no man to the Thanksgiving party, and then she show up with the auntie that she been calling her best friend for the last 5 years. It's that kind of messy. Turkey messy. Cause why on earth, Turkey, would you post that? Everybody has been wondering what the hell going on with Tank and Calvin. You didn't see Tank in this commercial, but you see Calvin and the kids. And then I had people on Twitter attacking me, talking crazy to me because I said it was messy. Well, this about the kids. Fuck them kids. This ain't about them kids. The kids ain't even a part of the nothing right now. No, Turkey is being messy. You know what it's giving? It's giving you coming to America and flopping, and you need the GOAT to come help you, save you from your downfall, Turkey, Alashid. Because why on earth would you bring Calvin into this? Calvin and Tank supposedly ain't even talking. But see, me, the way my brain think and the way I think about everything, knowing as close to that camp as I got, to see the things that I got to see when the build up to June the 15th of 2024, everything they do is calculated. Everything that they do is strategic. Everything they do has a point and a purpose. This didn't happen for no reason. But Turkey messy, Calvin messy for allowing it, because I don't even know if Calvin knew about it. But if he did, you're also messy as well.
It was all in the video. He had to
know. Turkey posted it on social media. Maybe he think boxing raw because they had something to do with that too. Either way, Turkey, you messy. You're keeping up a lot of stuff, and I think you're flopping over here in America, and you need the young goats' help. Because ain't nobody selling out stuff like Tank selling. Watch how this damn they ain't, friend. They ain't. Canelo. But ain't nobody selling like Tank sell, and that's all right. It's okay.
So,
I feel like it's finna be some shit. We finna argue. You wanna
no, we know. I just got questions. Friend. Listen, I'm gonna read what my good brother Drink said. Drink said Upton been sponsored by Box Raw long before Turkey in the Ring got involved. It's a non-story, but it did what it was supposed to do.
And where the hell you been? You don't get to miss 5 episodes and then pop up in here with an opinion. You get to go on a Rolo vacation. Back to what we were saying. It was messy. You need the young goat. Ship over those cars that Tankathy was asking for. Give it to him.
This was not the first gym that the Ring and Box Raw have been involved in.
This is messy. You could pick there's 1,000 gyms to choose from.
Friend, he'd already done some gyms. Why couldn't he
go
receive some of the funds?
Skip over there when you're causing confusion. It don't take much. It don't take much to upset Tank. And I don't understand why no.
Friend, why? Okay, so now this is my question. Calvin clearly had on a GTD t-shirt, friend. He
had on GTD draws. Tank was missing. That is an important part of the factor. Tank, the G, the G is missing.
Friend, all I'm saying is, hear me out. Just hear me out. If Turkey is providing some assistance to help push the gym forward, what's up, Supreme Beast Boxing? Hey, Dre the Boxer. If he's, presenting monetary value to the gym to help support more young boxers, then why are we so up in arms? Why is this a problem? I don't understand. Why is this a problem for this man to assist? We said he needs to do more in boxing.
Ship those Ferraris over and quit blocking off New York for you and your homeboys. That's all I got to say. And man, speaking of Turkey Al-Sheikh with your messy ass, what's up with you not paying for them people to stay over there in New York like you told them you was going to do?
Who said he told them they was going to do that?
That's what I'm going with, friend.
Y'all messy. Y'all messy.
The train is here. Guess who got a seat on it? Me.
Y'all messy. And this is the thing. Y'all want so bad to want to blame Turkey Al-Sheikh for everything wrong in boxing when the man just got here, really. He really just got here. He been here 5 good years.
I don't care if he was here 5 good minutes. They call Al Heyman the devil. Guess what, Turkey Al-Sheikh? Yeah, your turn. Wait a minute, he might keep me out of. Let me not say.
No, keep talking. Keep talking. Because I just find it amusing that he is being blamed for every wrong thing that is going on.
You know what? Little tweet. They blame Al Heyman for worse.
No, they didn't.
They have. Al Heyman has ruined boxing. I can pull you up 15 tweets right now from 50 different people saying Al Heyman ruined boxing, and they got names in boxing. These ain't little dudes.
I heard that. But this is what I want y'all to understand. Turkey Al-Sheikh is the bank. He's not the promotional company. He is the bank. These fighters that he deals with, they all have promotional companies. So him being the bank does not absolve boxers' promotional companies from doing their job. When he allocates a certain amount of money, it is still on the promotional team to make sure that the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. That ain't his job. He's just the bank. So if your room ain't paid for, get with your promotional company because he's already provided the funds. The way you allocate them is a you fucking problem. That's not his problem.
Well, guess what? When it all falls down. That's what Kanye West said. So with that being said, it all fell down. It's on the floor. Turkey Al-Sheikh, you are the CIA. You have infiltrated boxing, and I see you. Quit blocking off New York for you and your homeboys and inviting Elmo, and can't nobody else pull up. So with that being said, He rubbed me wrong when Elmo came, friend, and couldn't nobody else come.
You have, Lord Jesus. It was
Why?
Elmo. That's what did it for you.
Why did Elmo need to be in an event where Devin?
And it was on the street, so he had a Sesame Street character there.
I didn't care. I didn't care. Elmo got him and not me. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then
you don't have this smoke for PBC. They ain't never sent us nothing.
Well, shit, Elmo ain't never been in that bitch either.
Elmo and nobody else, because PBC ain't never blocked off no street. So
that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
I'm saying, why he catching the heat like this?
Man, it was just strange for me.
I just be looking at y'all because y'all want, a lot of people, not everybody, a lot of people want to blame this man for so many things. Tank and Calvin had issues before he even came around. So why he got to be a problem?
Cause
why?
The problem.
Why?
You know what, friend? You know what I'm noticing, y'all? My friend got a thing from them folks from across the water. She do this with these Cuban boxers. Remember, she was about to bite my head off about one of them Cuban fighters one day. She got a thing from the people from over the water. I see what this is. Okay, I see you. We're gonna Turkey, come over here and get her. Cause you know what? She's gonna fit right on in and wrap her up in her little sheiks and all that stuff. She gonna love it over there. Me, I'm gonna be your biggest problem. My friend got a thing. Yeah. She's a passport girl. She not the passport bro. She's a frequent flyer. That's what I called her.
Oh yeah, Happy Valley Farms. Oh yeah.
She's a frequent flyer.
Oh yeah.
That's what she is. She's a frequent flyer. My friend think because her passport stamped up, she know the people from around the way. Okay, cool. Go ahead, friend. When they be trying to cut your hands off, I'm coming to get you. We might not take it out.
I don't steal, so I ain't worried about that because I don't steal, friend.
You ain't gotta steal. But you got a thing from the folks from across the water, baby. You fit, look at you. She do. And you know what? She be the main one holler. Y'all be ready to be real diplomatic. Then here she come defending the Sheikies. What the fuck is going on?
Because I don't like y'all doing it. Because y'all trying to make this man be the worst person in the world. Don't nobody say nothing about the fact that our whole ignorant ass president is walking around with his people. But some kind of way, he get all the flack. Hey. And he just giving fights and shit. He making boxing happen again.
You right. They was stolen the hell. I wouldn't even be allowed to be in the country. They see me loading on the plane. They gonna blow my plane up in the air. They don't even want me nowhere near.
It really starts with this.
She's a spy.
And
she loves them people from over there with the oil. So all I'm gonna tell y'all is my friend like money. So if they don't tell y'all nothing, that should have told y'all everything right there. Nik going where the money reside.
Man, that's how you do
Nik holding hands with the sheiks, you guys.
Listen, when in Rome, do as the Romans. Okay, remember I told y'all that. When in Rome,
I'm leaving with no hands.
As the Romans.
I'm leaving with no hands. I'm telling you right now, I'm leaving with no hands.
You over there fingers. You can't be over there thieving. You can't
they don't cut my hands off for just stealing. They don't tell what they cut. They might just cut my hands off for the fun of it.
Man, all I'm saying is I don't like how y'all trying to make this man the culprit for all the stuff that's going wrong in boxing. And this, to me, was not something wrong. Like, what was so wrong with this advertisement? What was so wrong with it? What is so wrong with them giving back to gyms here in America? If he gonna be here, why not some of these gyms get some profit off of it. What is
Okay.
the problem with it?
Every gym but the GTD gym. Get your ass out of there.
Drink. That's really what she said, low key. That's really what she said. I'm a little bit offended. That's what she's saying without saying it.
I didn't say that. That's not what I said, because she don't go over there, but she goes everywhere. My friend might get off this show right now and leave and call me at 2:00 in the morning and be like, "Friend, I'm on my way to the airport," and I'd be like, "Friend, what's going on?"
Happy Valley Farms talking about exchange this for some dime to spend in Dubai. So you shut up.
See, she even know the money.
Just forget y'all.
She even know the money. It's okay, friend. Listen, it's okay. Love your people, friend. Love who love you. All I know is it was the Cuban fighters first. Now it's Turkey Al-Sheikh. It is what's his name? He was just in Vegas.
It wasn't the Cuban fighters, it was the Eastern Europeans. And you
Cuban. That's okay. I'm gonna go make a clip of it because it was definitely the Cuban fighters. I'll never forget it because I want to say it was Andy Cruz. I'm pretty sure it was Andy Cruz.
I don't like Andy
Cruz. Yeah, I know. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna go clip it and just load it up because it's gonna be better just seeing it.
I didn't see nothing wrong with the clip. I didn't see nothing wrong with them advertising the Upton Gym. I hope they get all the things. I wish those children nothing but success. I hope that Calvin Ford produces more world champions out of that gym. And if we telling the truth about the matter, because this is what y'all won't say, they wouldn't have had to accept nothing from Ring Magazine and Turkey Al-Sheikh. If they're saying, I'll bring your ass back, they wouldn't have to accept nothing from Turkey Al-Sheikh and the Ring Magazine if they prize pupil was putting back into the damn gym the way he's supposed to, since he the big fucking money man. But don't nobody want to say that. Go ahead.
Since we're there, I'd love to bring up the fact that Tank Tatum takes not only care of his community kids, he does stuff in his community as well. So we're gonna.
I'm talking about that gym. I ain't talking about his community. I'm talking about that gym.
Take care of that gym too. That's why that gym's still running. Why you think that gym's still running?
That gym's still running because of Calvin and Kenny.
Come on now. What money they got?
Whatever kickback they getting from Tank.
Who said? Well, all right. It ain't keeping that running.
Who keeping it running?
GTD is keeping it running.
Because if again, Calvin would not upset his son if he didn't need what Turkey was providing.
Who said they needed what Turkey was providing? Who said that Turkey wasn't going in there being shady because he know Calvin and Tank may or may not possibly be having issues? But if we're smart and we know that Calvin and Tank is calculated, who said that Tank and Calvin didn't finagle Turkey into giving their gym some stuff?
Maybe he did. But you're the one who said Tank wasn't nowhere to be found. You're the one who said Tank don't fool with Turkey.
Nothing.
Say it again.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah. All I know is I ain't mad at them for accepting help. I'm not upset with them for partnering. And we may all be looking at it wrong. This may be the start of something else. Maybe Turkey Al-Sheikh, Calvin Ford, Upton Gym are about to collab, and Tank Davis is about to be a part of what they have going on. We don't know that. We haven't heard anything from the cantankerous one since the day after he had a draw. I think he reposted something last week, but we haven't heard from the cantankerous one. So we don't know. But I'm just not finna say that this man is being messy because the Upton Gym is one of the many gyms that he's helping to provide resources for. That's what I mean. That's how we are. That's how we do though. Somebody do something wrong, they get the shit. Somebody try to do something helpful, they get the shit. Folks can't win for losing. Can't win for losing. You on mute. I loved it. I hope the kids, I wish them nothing but success. I also want to get to this. Since we're on Turkey Al Sheik, I do want to talk about his other fighter who has a fight coming up. Shakur Stevenson, Richardson Hitchens, and Keyshawn Davis all have fights coming up like weeks after each other. And it seems like, friend, your plot, your plan is coming to fruition. It looks like Keyshawn may have reached his limit with the whole my brother situation. He is now currently proclaiming, if it ain't, what are they? KD3, then F them. I want to know what you be saying to Keyshawn on the low, friend, that got him like this. I need to know.
Nobody. When I say nobody works harder behind the scenes than me, nobody works behind the scenes harder than I do. I told y'all. Nobody wanted to listen. Nobody wanted to listen. I told y'all this was going to happen. Shakur went and befriended everybody around his division that he thought could beat him. That one, that dog, that uncaged pit bull that's been waiting to get let loose. It's finally happening. I told y'all. It was coming. Keyshawn finna beat the dog shit out of Edwin. When I say dog shit, he finna beat the dog shit out of Edwin. And it's going to hurt Shakur so bad because the internet's going to be in an uproar. Because how did Keyshawn beat up Edwin De Los Santos worse than Shakur Stevenson did? And one thing about Shakur, he can't stand when the media ain't on his side. It's about to run up, and y'all can thank me for it. If y'all don't thank anybody, because nobody ever thought this would happen. Nobody thought this would happen. I've been telling y'all. Telling y'all. It ain't like that. That was Shakur with my brother. When Abdullah Mason came out and said, ain't none of y'all my brothers, I got my own brothers, it changed the lure of things. It let them know that this ain't as solid as I thought this was. Now the opportunity is coming that Edwin gets to show, Keyshawn gets to show himself. It's up from here. Keyshawn throws his own events and his own, what hometown event do you know that Shakur has had? I'll wait.
He done fought in New Jersey a few times, friend.
Yeah, but not like that. It ain't been like that. It ain't been how the Virginia people get up and show out with for Keyshawn and his brothers.
Well, it ain't nothing in Virginia, friend. It's too different.
No. I'm big shit popping wherever I go. You big shit popping wherever you go.
I am, but I'm more big shit popping in the confines of Oak Cliff than I am in North Dallas.
Cool. But Dallas, the whole Dallas still gonna come out and see you, friend.
This is true. I thought it was so interesting because, baby, he has basically said, you know what? Is y'all mad? What did he say on Twitter? Y'all need to go and get married or something. He just all of a sudden got upset about some tweets that were going back and forth that didn't even have nothing to do with him. These were tweets between Richardson Hitchens and Shakur Stevenson, but the cat has been let out of the bag that apparently Keyshawn don't really care for Richardson Hitchens, and so it's fight time. People are making weight. They cranky, they hangry, and any little thing will set them off at this point because his fight is up first. Keyshawn's fight is up first, so I guess he was reading what Hitchinson said, and he just inserted himself into it and was like, y'all need to just get married. Like, what the, he is over it. Basically, he's completely over it. So I think this may be the beginning, because not only did he make that comment, but he came back with the comment about, at this point, I'm gonna stop sparing y'all, and I'm assuming he's talking about Richardson Hitchens and not necessarily Shakur.
He's talking about Shakur's ass too. Because I told y'all didn't want to listen to me. And every time I said, people start having a fit about it. Y'all be hearing about them sparring sessions, but y'all never hear who win. You never heard Keyshawn. Shakur came out and say, I beat the shit out of Keyshawn. There's a reason for that.
All I know is this. Keyshawn is up first. If he, by chance, happens to stop Edward De Los Santos, the pressure is going to be enormous for Shakur Stevenson to have a phenomenal.
The pressure is already on Shakur. And if Shakur like I know, you don't get your ass in there and get beat by Zepeda because you used up your hands on Padley.
Well, he's saying that his hands are fine now.
No, his hands are not fine.
He says that after every fight. After every fight, his hands are hurt, and then 2 weeks later, his hands are fine, and he can fight immediately. I don't ever believe him.
You know what? It's given the hands are jacked up, and that's cool, Shakur. You know what? Don't lose to Zepeda, because what we want next, we want you to fight Keyshawn. Richardson hit one of your friends.
I don't think he's gonna fight Keyshawn next.
He's never gonna fight Keyshawn at all. If he fight Keyshawn, it's because he has been 100% forced to fight Keyshawn.
Yeah, I think we'll get and Keyshawn basically said it. I think we'll get Keyshawn moving up to 140 to fight Hitchison before we ever get Keyshawn and Shakur at 135. I don't think that's going to happen. I would love to see it happen, but I don't think that's going to happen either. Even with the back and forth that has recently transpired, I don't think it's going to happen. I would love for it to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. But again, I will say, if Keyshawn, because it's an if, Edwin has good hand speed and he has really good power, and we know that Keyshawn can be drawn into a dog fight sometimes. So although I have him winning the fight right now, that's still probably going to be a better fight than most expect, in my opinion. But if, and this is a big if he is victorious against Edwin, and if he wins visibly much better than Shakur did, there's going to be so much more pressure on Shakur in this Zepeda fight. Baby, I can't wait to see it. Also wanted to talk about another 135-pound fight that has been announced. Floyd Schofield is about to fight Tevin Former at 135 pounds. Why is your face looking like that?
I don't want to see him in shit.
Ever again?
No. And hopefully he make it to this fight without being in a coma or some bullshit beforehand. Because anything, if you know like I know, Tevin Farmer is not an easy night for anybody. So if you're... Ooh. The words that I want to use for his daddy. So if your daddy think that Tevin Farmer is an easy night for you and you finna go in there and beat Tevin Farmer's ass, best of luck to you. Because Tevin Farmer, one thing about Tevin, the lights is on him. He gonna blink. But he gonna bust your ass up in the meantime. So Good luck to you and your freaky ass son. I don't like. Still ain't can't get over the fact, friend. I don't like the son no more because of the daddy.
I'm not gonna do that to him because I know a lot of people do that to my favorite fighter. I'm not gonna do that to
I'm
him.
sorry, and I'm so sorry to your favorite fighter, but
One of my favorite fighters, let me say that. But
I the hate that y'all give Bill Haney, y'all need to line up in a crowd and snatch Kid Austin head by his dreads and just drag him around. He's disgusting. Y'all ducked all these different fights, asking for all these different millions for you to be fighting Tevin Farmer when you had Shakur in his prime and whoever else that you turned down. I'm just
not
saying.
over 25.
I'm just saying. It is what it is at this point. Home buddy, I don't have anything good for him, friend. His daddy has ruined the image for me. When they turned down that Shakur fight and he talked all that shit, then Frank is beneath them. Buddy, you get slaughterhouse. Like, you keep barking your son up this tree, and you're going to bark him so far up the tree, there's going to be somebody up there in the tree already waiting for him, and he's going to fall down from the tree. But best of luck. Oh, blatantly ducked Abdullah. That's who it was. It was Abdullah. Chloe.
Well, I hope he actually makes it to the ring, because if he does, this is a really good, big, to me, step up fight for him. This is the fight that should have been made in the first place initially anyway. To me, him fighting Shakur was a huge step up, and they finally realized it at the last minute and, backed out of it the way they did. But him fighting Tevin Farmer coming off of 2 losses, Tevin Farmer is a little bit long in the tooth when it comes to boxing. He's been around for a minute. And Tevin Farmer is not, he started out down at 130, I think. He may have come from 26, but for sure down at 130. He's been at 35 for a minute now, so he's comfortable here. But I think Kid Austin is naturally the bigger fighter going into this matchup. I still am, I'm not high on Kid Austin, but I do like him. He's still very green to me, but I want to see if his last fight, if he's grown any from his last fight, if he took anything away from his last fight, if he's going to get better from his last fight. And I think Tevin Farmer is a really good opponent to gauge that. So hopefully he can make it into the ring this time around, and we get a chance to see what he has, what he really actually has, because Tevin Farmer is a very formidable opponent for a young fighter, I believe. So there's that. I slipped that in there. I wasn't supposed to talk about that. Wasn't on the docket. But this one was on the docket. And I saved this one for last because I know my friend has strong feelings about this. So the best fighter in women's boxing has a fight coming up in July, I believe, or maybe the end of June. No, it's in July, the end of July. And she's been making her media rounds. And her story for the basically last 6 months or so, maybe longer, has included her personal relationship with one Papoose. And this week, that storyline has gotten revved back up during her media tour for her upcoming fight. Why? I don't know. But apparently there has been a full-fledged kerfuffle going on in social media concerning this throuple of I don't want to say throuple. This is a quadruple, because we talking about 2 folks who are still married, but both of them have new relationships outside of their marriage. And it's so messy. Oh, God, it's so messy. Drink more water. Thank you so much for the $5. He said Kid Austin not going to make it to the ring. They will realize Tevin ain't sweet and pull the same BS. Another duck on dick. Oh, Drink, he can't afford to do it again. He cannot afford to do it again. Friend, what are you? What are your thoughts about this whole debate?
We're a minute, hour and 24 minutes in. I can cuss real good now.
Oh yeah,
Remy and Papoose still fucking, and Clarissa ain't never had no dude that's really showing her no real attention. That's popping. So she caught up in the ring. Ain't no way my boyfriend is gonna be arguing with his wife on the internet. Firstly, my boyfriend ain't gonna have no wife. Secondly, I'm gonna speak to you as a very toxic person right now. Um, when me and my dude arguing like that, and there's somebody else involved, um, that's because we still goosing. Like they still doing it, and he keep bringing up that baby, talking about he did this for the baby. Shut up. No, you didn't. Because as many people co-parent from different homes, and then like I didn't like it. I said this the other day. I don't like these interviews that you're doing with the Chris. And Chris, I know you said stop talking about me, and I know you watching this. So cool. I'm gonna talk about you anyway tonight, though. Um, when these people, I don't let nobody ask me about my man. There's a lot of people in here. Y'all don't know what my relationship status is because I don't allow nobody to bring up my relationship ever. So when someone comes to you and starts bringing up your relationship, you should automatically change the subject. You didn't come here for this. There's plenty of things that you can say other than let's talk about this. You have made this relationship with Papoose your entire personality. Who is this? Who is this? You know what? And I don't want to hear shit about Papoose holding her down. Because one thing I know and two things for sure, men ain't no different than women when women have men in jail. You know how they'll stay at home for their man to call. I miss you. I love you so much. And when they hang up, they other boyfriend come in. What make y'all think that ain't the same for him? Cause he told y'all he held her down.
girl,
No,
he held her down. Is
we don't know these fucking people. Y'all don't know them either. And one thing I know, and two things for sure, cheating is in a man's DNA. So y'all gonna come in here and try to tell me he was holding her down and he wasn't doing nothing? Y'all get out of my face with that. Secondly, let me tell you this. Clarissa, this is just for you. And I'm specifically just for you. The one thing that you never do, you never try to tell a wife about her husband. If you play a position and you might not necessarily think that you are the side person, but if you are playing position where you are second, and if somebody else has the last name that you're trying to gain, you don't tell no woman nothing about her husband because 9 times out of 10, she know everything that you trying to tell her, which is why I didn't want to say that, Mo. I didn't want to say that. All I'm gonna say is this: stop playing with that lady's husband, cause you're not even realizing that you're about to get your feelings hurt. And the sad thing about it is, like if you know ball, you know what's happening. Papoose and Remy, they hadn't even filed for divorce yet. It wasn't until she went live and said, "Oh well, you ain't about nothing." He went and said, "Okay, well, it's easy to file for divorce. Yeah, I can go file for divorce right now. That don't mean nobody in this house is gonna sign a paper. We can drag this out for the next 15 years if I wanted to with those same file papers." A lot of people don't know how divorces work. You don't argue with no woman about her husband. If that woman's speaking, let her say. They can be filed. They can be filed for 15 years. Both parties have to sign. He can't sign them and turn them in and divorce. She can't sign them without his signature and send them in. The divorce has to be legal within both parties' joint signatures too. 1, 2. They both have to be on there, written and signed. We ain't gonna play with that. Secondly, Clarissa, I want you to do yourself a favor. If you know what's good for you, and I know you're gonna be really trying at this point because he juicing your head up, he gassing you up, he making you think all of these things that you think you're thinking. Don't go and get your ass a baby. Because the baby is the granddaddy. That's all I'm going to tell you. And you're going to be looking a damn fool. Because that man is going back home to his wife. He showed you within these last couple of days. You just didn't realize it. When me and my man arguing back and forth, we're going to argue in the public. We didn't argue in the public. One thing I know, or two things for sure. If he sit me up and he hit me up and say, we need to sit down and talk, guess what's happening?
I think Remy is past that point.
Remy past that point. It's the man that ain't past that point.
But that's what I'm saying.
It ain't her.
If he was the breadwinner, then it may be different. But he's not the breadwinner in that relationship. So I think they're past that point. Like, she's done.
She done. He ain't done. And he used baby as an excuse. I'm staying for my daughter. No. I don't know these fucking people, cousin. I don't know these people at all. All I know, and two things for sure, it's all weird. And I'm not fixing to be arguing with no woman about her husband.
Yeah, that part I really wish I fought Remy for that, because she's the one who brought to the internet that there was something going on with Papoose and Clarissa.
Absolutely. We didn't have to know that. Friend. Okay, because see, this is where we have to like look at the lines, because I'm a woman. And the only reason I'm embarrassed my man is if we still doing our thing and I find out some shit that I didn't know. It got messy because Remy found out some shit that she didn't know. The world found out about Clarissa when she did. But correct. If you know ball and you know women, a lot of women ain't just gonna act out like that for no reason. Now, was Remy out of pocket? Did she act out of hurt? Absolutely. Should she have came to the internet and told everybody that no, she shouldn't have? But hurt people. And guess what? I know your business and the world finna know your business too. So this is what it is. Because Papoose didn't have no problem coming out talking about Remy and her shit. But he didn't tell nobody that he was laying up with Remy too. Because where he was saying Remy wasn't at that house, Remy was posting receipts showing, yeah, well, I was here on this day, and this day.
So what you're saying is we didn't have to know none of this until Papoose brought it out. What was going on in that situation?
Ain't nobody gonna blame Papoose. Everybody looked at Remy.
He held her down.
Yeah, he held her down. Remy cheated first. We don't know these fucking people. And the one thing that y'all not gonna sit and act, not gonna sit and act like y'all don't know what happened when people go to jail. A lot of these people that's sitting up saying they waiting on somebody, is they really waiting? Y'all can answer that question yourself. We grown here. If somebody go to jail and they tell you they waiting, 9 times out of 10, are they waiting? Is it yes or no? Y'all can just drop a yeah or no in the chat. Y'all can answer your own damn question. You know damn well. Keisha hang up. Lamar's outside. I don't know what we doing. These are married, right, cousin? These are married people.
That's my thing. That I think that's my biggest thing. And I know most men are saying, "Well, Remy did it first, and da 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 da." Da. I don't know who did what, when, where, and how. I don't. I don't know any of that. I don't know any of that. What I do know is that we talk boxing, and Clarissa is the boxer in all of this. And I just hate that she has involved herself in something that wasn't finalized yet. I wish, and she said this before herself, she wished that their relationship could have remained private. But this is what
You
happens when
couldn't
you
wait to
deal
pop
with a
out.
man who's still married.
You couldn't wait to pop out with him. You couldn't wait. You wanted to keep the shit private, but your first fight, you walk out in a fur coat with this nigga on your arm. You look crazy. You look crazy. And I'm not me. I'm not too the one to get into married people's business. But all I know is, and two things for sure, Papoose did a whole lot of the side playing. Women just don't cut. I ain't gonna say it's, some women do just cut up out of nowhere. A lot of women just ain't cutting up like that out of
Well,
nowhere.
in her defense, in Remy's defense, she said as such. Now, people gonna believe who they gonna believe, but we don't know who did what, when, where, and how. We ain't seen now D go and now P, and we don't know when that happened. We don't know. We don't know. We only know what we have been given. We don't know their whole timeline or their whole rundown. But this is what I know for sure. And I'm going to say it again because I said it the first time all of this was made public. I don't care who you are. Keep your legs closed to married men. I'm telling what I know to be true. I've seen it time and time again. Hopefully, Clarissa will not get hurt in this whole situation. However, it is best for your sanity, and this is all women, not just Clarissa. Leave married folks alone. I don't care if they separated. I don't care. I don't care. If that person, and this goes for the dude that Remy messing with too, leave married folks alone. Allow them people to finish and put a period on that situation. Don't be the person or the thing after the comma, because other stuff can come after that comma. Don't be the comma. Don't be after the comma. Be after the period. Be after the period. Give him the time and the space. Give her the time and the space to put a period on that thing and to recover from that thing, because they have been in a 19-year relationship. That's a long time. A long time to deal with somebody. They're all going to be, he and she both need to heal from that situation. That's a death.
Together before the end of the year.
I'm just saying.
Together before the end of the year, friend. One thing I know.
You think Remy and Papoose gonna be back together?
Be back together. One thing I know two toxic motherfuckers when I see them. And I saw two people going back and forth on the internet reading each other for filth, because that's what married people do. They argue. Married people argue. And married
not
people
like this though, friend.
Yes, they do. Yeah, baby.
Ain't no coming back from this.
Baby, I didn't tow up a yard.
I don't see Remy coming back.
He didn't tow Remy too. Remy too. Because one thing I know, if she didn't still love Pap, you know what she wouldn't have been doing? Because one thing about women, when women are done, like done, Ain't no amount of talking that a man or his bitch could do to get me back to say anything to you. Remy just as caught up in the shit as anybody else is. If Remy was done for real, she wouldn't have said anything, friend.
Well, see, she went a long time without saying nothing. She
wouldn't
had her breaking point.
The break, there is no breaking point. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm done with you. And no, she not me, but a lot of women move like that. A lot of women, once they're done with something, they don't go back to it. It don't matter what you say, especially if you've been hurt in that situation. Remy and Pap still doing each other. Y'all just a lot of folks that watch boxing, they single, so they don't know what kind of like issues people go through, and some people go through some real toxic issues. Y'all don't know what them people. We don't know them people. But I'm telling you from a previous toxic standpoint, he going back. And she going back too. I give it to the end of the year.
Rozilla Jones, thank you so much. He says she laughed at the home credit score. It's a wrap. You know what? It wasn't even the credit score comment that made me a believer that she was done. And he may be done too. But when Remy said that she don't even like his cologne, your cologne stink. When she made that comment, because I've been there before, where somebody scent, the way somebody breathes, when that is on your nerves, and you've loved them before, and that's something that was just an afterthought, but you've been away from them for a minute, and you think about all the stuff that you have dealt with that you really didn't like, and now that you're away from it, it's magnetized by 12. Men and women have done this. And it's like, I can't even stand the way you breathe. And then I see who you're with. And I don't... You can never come back here. Go ahead, friend.
They'll be back together by the end of the year.
I don't believe that. I think they're both
if done with one thing I know and two things for sure, I know done. I know done.
I think they're done.
If I was as happy as she say she was happy, if he was as happy as he say she was happy, that divorce wouldn't have got filed yesterday.
He did that. She be trying. He didn't want her divorce. He wanted his, and he just filed it. He might not be done. I am under the impression that she's done.
Let's see how long it takes for them signatures to get on there. Now, if Remy signed hers first and it takes forever to get that other side back, like she's been telling y'all this whole entire time, I'm just gonna sit back and watch to see what color the wall's gonna be. Cause guess what? I give it to the end of the year, they'll be back together. Cause that's what they do. Y'all think this is the first time Remy and Pap split up?
I don't think so, but this is the first time we've all heard about it.
No, it ain't, because the battle rap people, they know the tea. They do this to each other.
But that's what I'm saying, friend. She's still been with the same guy. It's not been a different guy. It's been that same dude.
It was another one, but that's what I'm saying. It was another one before him, friend.
I don't know. Tim, get your mess to tell out of here. I saw you in here, Tim, with your mess to tell.
And quit giving never retate them damn Twinkies. I tell you that. Because if he come in there one more time, I'm going to blame you. I'm going to blame you.
Oh, it was another one too. I stand corrected. My bad. I didn't know. It was.
But that's what I'm saying, friend. He'll be back by the end of the year. This is just this is the little razzle dazzle that's gonna get that spark back for us loving each other the way we.
There's no turning back from this, friend.
It is, friend. It is. It is. It is. It is. Trust me, it is. I give it to the end of the year. I give it to the end of the year.
Okay, so we're in May. We're in mid-May right now. So you think by December, Remy and Pop gonna be back together? Where does that leave our girl Clarissa?
Where? Who knows? And guess what? That's not my problem. Hopefully she got some strong friends Cause she gonna be crying. She ain't never had no man before. That's what it's giving. It's been giving. You've been dating women.
Girl done been engaged twice.
Yeah, I know a jail husband that's in love like that too right now. She ain't having never had no man to give her the quality of life that she getting right now. It's the same shit with her. Don't leave, friend. I'm just saying what it is. Like, it's obvious. Sis, protect your heart. Because by Christmas time, he gonna be celebrating with his family, ma'am. His daughter ain't gonna have no Christmas.
Mo, come get her.
Without his mama. Hey.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey. You know what? When you talk about me, I never forget it. It registers in my head constantly over and over. And I play everything that you said about me over and over and over and over and over again. That's what happens when you talk about me.
She gonna be back with her whole thing?
I'm just saying. Maybe you could shoot your shot. You love her so much. Get in there and get in the field. You got something to help you stand up. Go ahead and use that and get your own in. Hey, lean through. Fred, come back. Nobody's getting spared. I spare nobody no times, you guys. Y'all know me.
Y'all hit that like button because we know y'all in this bitch. Hit the like button, please.
She gonna need a friend. She's gonna need somebody to hold her up. She's gonna need somebody to love her. Maybe you can help her. She's gonna need that leg to stand on.
Listen. Hey, Menace, it's been a messy week. Goddamn it, it's been a messy fucking week. I don't know what to tell you. This is why y'all come here. This is why you come here. I told y'all she was gonna be a menace today. I told you guys.
I mean, what else? You know what? You know what, y'all? I've been back and forth about this boxing stuff. I want to quit. Janae tell me, you can't quit. She be like, friend, you tripping. And then you know what? I be in here really trying to change myself. I be trying not to talk about people and say the stuff that I know offend y'all. But guess what? And them kids, the kids are included. Like, I'm gonna be myself, and guess what? You ain't gotta like it.
They love it though, friend. That's the thing. They can't help it. They love it. They love it. They can't wait to hear our take on the stuff. And we just come in here and give our take on the stuff. You know, it ain't nothing personal. We like the kiki. Now we gonna do that if we don't do nothing else. We're gonna kiki. And it might be at your expense, but we kiki at our own expense too. So join the party.
Well, somebody better get that girl an emotional support dog. She need to get with Jared Anderson or somebody that's gonna help her get a puppy, because she gonna need one. Because guess who's gonna be Christmas? They gonna have on matching pajamas like they did last year. Because I mean, I'm just saying.
Friend, that Clarissa said they are talking about having children and things like that. Her and Papoose are in a good place. She's just waiting for him to finalize that thing. That's it. They are in love. They love each other. And he helps her. You've seen him in the gym with her on the pads. Quit acting like you don't see them in love. Girl.
I tell you what, we gonna see how long it takes for that signature to get on that paper. That's gonna let me know if it ain't on there today, because they got files. That mean they printed already. We can get them off the press as of actually this morning. You should have been able to pick them up this morning. So with that being said, they should have been signed already. We should be able to get on the shade room right now, and there's a copy of your divorce decree right there for everybody to see. If I don't see it by 5 o'clock Monday, I know what's happening on Christmas. Matching pajamas, and you gonna be the baby mama that he gonna be at home with his baby with, like, not your baby, his wife and his other baby. I'm just trying to save my good sister's heart.
Listen.
How about they both ain't gonna sign in? Neither one of them ain't gonna sign it, because I'm still in love. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just what it is, friend. They love each other. They married. I'm not gonna listen. 19 years. if you mad at me, we didn't say it all they got to say. You better go in there and lay down. We'll talk about it in the morning. Divorce? They said, do death, do you part. So which one of us is dying today? It ain't going to be me.
Listen, I just hope all of this doesn't interfere with Clarissa and her upcoming fight. She seems to know how to stay focused in the midst of mess. And so I'm just hoping that she continues to do so. Thank you, Freeze Tim, for the $4.99. He says the Queens of Boxing Talk. Thank you. We appreciate your support. Listen, y'all agree.
There's nothing else to say. He left his hats at that house.
He left all his stuff at the house.
You know what? Let some sneakers get left at my house. I know for a fact you're coming back. You leave more than one pair, you basically live here. He didn't live. His hairline way back here.
I'm not them
hats, friend.
Doing that with y'all.
He ain't leaving them hats. He need them hats.
She's gonna ship his hats to his new address. I believe after all of this, it's too messy and toxic and public to go back now. If it weren't so public, maybe they could reconcile. But at this point, I think it's too messy, it's too toxic, and it's too public for either of them to go back.
Y'all don't remember Bobby and Whitney? I'm just asking. Y'all don't remember Bobby and Whitney?
Yeah. And they ended up divorced, friend.
Eventually.
I think this is their eventually, because this has been dragging out since 2022.
Right. And who Bobby still love the most? I'm just asking.
That man got a whole new wife with 3 new kids.
Who Bobby still love the most? Ask him right now who Bobby love the most. What Bobby gonna tell you?
He gonna tell you his now wife.
I want to bet.
He gonna tell you his now wife.
He gonna say Whitney Houston, like he said on that interview with that lady while he was sitting up there shedding all them tears with that new wife. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Y'all gonna see.
I just wish, for real, all jokes aside, all mess aside, I don't want this to interfere with Clarissa in her career. I know people think we can't stand her over here, but that is not true. I hate that she's caught up in the middle of this.
I didn't even know she had a fight coming up.
That's why she's doing all of this press.
How would I know when all we talk about is Papoose and Remy and her future and how did I know that she had a fight July the 26th? When? Let me get okay, friend. I'm sorry.
Lyric, that's what Remy say too.
I'm gonna keep my comments to myself. Y'all ain't been around enough people to know what a homosexual is and what a homosexual is capable of. A homosexual gonna do whatever to keep a roof over his head.
Right, Janae. It's serious. He holding pads for her. He in the gym with her. Just saying. I think honestly, for real, y'all, like no tea, no shade. I felt like initially the Papoose and Clarissa pairing was artificially done. I thought that, she was doing it to up her profile and just her notoriety. And in doing that, because Pap and Remy were going through whatever they were going through, and he's always been a fan of boxing and, it was a good setup for them. And it was a good way for him to move on from Remy. But in the midst of doing that, I think they probably actually caught feelings. And so now we're here. And I don't think this is something that anybody in the group thought was going to happen. But they're here now. So I don't know how serious it is. If I'm believing what Clarissa's saying and I'm believing what Papoose is saying, then it's a real thing. Have y'all ever seen them with any kissy PDA? Because to me,
Remy told me all I need to know. He a homosexual. So I hope that Carissa keep all her sheets and shit warm. Then she don't ever need no money. I don't never need nothing. So I don't know. I know a homosexual when I see one, and he do anything to keep a roof over his head. So there's that. Once she showed me that pawn ticket with and wondering where her stuff was, because why would you be pawning my things if you got money? Why don't you go ask your girlfriend for some money?
They said in the chat he holds a position at some.
Where's the money then, LaShondra? Why are you taking things to the pawn shop?
Janae, thank you so much for the $4.99. Janae says, I want Pap and Remy to have a rap battle to settle this divorce. I'm with you on that because he did come out and say that he wrote 90% of her raps.
Remy getting cooked. Remy getting cooked so bad that she's gonna have to pay him in the divorce. That don't need to happen. No.
Listen, I want to see it because if Remy is who she says she is, then that would be the best rap battle. I mean, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. That's both of them should be in the booth right now. They should get money from this. Get in the booth and get money. Clarissa finna get in the ring and get money. Get in the booth and get money is all I'm saying. Get in the booth and get money. Look, I wish all parties involved. I want them to be private with this. That's what I really wish for them. I wish that they go back under the radar with this. I want them to get off social media with this. Y'all really too old for this. If Papoose is 47, 48 years old, Remy, you right behind him, and even Clarissa being 30, y'all too old for this kind of mess. Y'all really are. I'm a little bit secondhand shame. I really am.
Gotta make this shit her whole personality. You the GOAT. Make this shit other than Papoose and you want to have a baby. You want to do all that, cool. We don't want to hear about it, and we didn't want to hear about it until he divorced. What you do after he get divorced, that is all of your business. In the meantime, in between time, y'all have made this our business. I don't want out of the group chat. I want to be messy because in December when they got on matching pajamas, I want to be in the window in the snow. I ain't gonna be out there long, but I just want to peep out in the window. It's a very white Christmas and get back in my vehicle and leave. December is coming. Yeah, Hummy ain't gonna be looking crazy too. Well, whoever he at, he gonna be posed up in front of the Christmas tree with Carissa this year. So yeah, I'll let everybody
Rick, I'm gonna po Tony Rich. Tony just sitting back like the rest of us, seeing what color the wall's gonna be.
Back to him twice. If he go get them damn teeth fixed, she wouldn't have such an issue. He got them damn wrapped up in his mouth like that. I wouldn't want to look at him every day. Can you imagine if he starts sleeping too hard, what that look like? That's a crazy affair in that room. I wouldn't want that. I couldn't sleep like that, baby. Wake up and your mouth is damn mountain of tortoise in there. Get out of here and leave my home, sir. That shit wrapped up in, baby, no. That's why she left. I know that's why she left, friend. I know she woke up one morning and them teeth was stacked up on her pillow and she had enough. That boy bite through her car door.
That's what Boxiana said. Boxing sparring 2.0. That's what Boxiana said.
Boxing sparring know the tea.
Well,
the real toxic people know the tea. We ain't crazy.
I don't want that for her. I don't.
Friend, that's what happened when you start messing with people that got somebody at home. I be waiting to embarrass her. I be waiting to embarrass somebody, thinking that they finna try to come take mine from me because he decided to make a crazy decision because he don't think straight. Yeah, baby, I'm gonna embarrass you today. And I'm gonna embarrass you real bad, and you're gonna be looking crazy. And Remy did exactly what she came to do. She showed Clarissa that her man was still gonna argue with her. If he was still, what did he say?
Box, if Remy paid for Pop's teeth, why didn't Clarissa tighten Tony up? She ain't like him like that.
She didn't like him like that. And plus, they would have had to pull all of his. His go in like this.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Like that.
Friend,
Okay, well, I know what you're finna say. I'm finna go because my friend finna kick me out of here. So before she kick me out of here, I'm gonna leave. Oh, we want to read that super chat? Go ahead.
Janae, thank you so much for coming back. Janae say it's my bedtime, but shout out to Jared Anderson on the hot mic. Titty beater. Rap battles. If y'all haven't seen the post from the Queens of the Ring on Twitter, please get there fast.
We're going viral this evening on Twitter, you guys. So just in case y'all ever get over there and see that, we're going viral today with Jared Anderson. It's a really hilarious thing. Check our Twitter out. Queens of Boxing Talk. No, it's Queens of the R. Queens of Boxing
Queens of
Talk.
Yeah.
Can't change it but
Boxing Sparring said, what's more messy, Pop and Remy's situation or Clarissa's outfits? Listen, Clarissa's outfits have gotten better in these last few months.
In Remy's closet. Thank y'all for coming out this evening. Me and my friend are so grateful for you guys to be here. That's what happened when you leave clothes at somebody else's house. You allow somebody else to wear them when you ain't been there for a while. But thank y'all for showing up. If you new here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's not always this lit, live, and local. Yes, it is. It's always like this here. And it's going to get worse because everybody keeps telling me, just be me. So guess what? I'm just be me for you guys. So when we come in here, is we coming in here Sunday?
I don't know. Are we? It's on you, friend.
I don't know.
We do have Josh Taylor tomorrow. Josh Taylor is making his debut at 147 pounds tomorrow. So, you know, we probably won't be here Sunday. We'll be back Friday because Sunday is this is the holiday weekend. So we will be enjoying our Memorial Day weekend because there are no major fights this weekend. But baby, next week and the week after, June's coming in with a fierce card in Virginia, and we're gonna be off and running. So yeah, we won't be here on Sunday. Go ahead, friend. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for coming through, hanging out with us. All that stuff. We have fun over here. We're gonna have a good little laugh. I'm sorry if the laugh was at your expense today. That's just what we do. We're not coming back on Sunday, so we'll see y'all on Friday. Yeah, it'd be some boxing by then. I think we should be running into Caleb Plant, and then we running into Keyshawn that's cruising to put a huge bruise in so he can upshow his brother on the following week. So we will see y'all soon. Boxing is busy. We outside.
We outside today. Listen, thank y'all so much for coming through. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Let me go over here and check and see what the likes are looking like because, sometimes y'all do us real bad. And we have 104 likes right now. Do me a favor. Be a dear and hit that like button on your way out. If you're on Twitter, do me a favor. Get on YouTube and hit that like button, please, and thank you. We need the views. We need the thumbs up. We need all the support. And we appreciate y'all coming in, being engaging in our chat. Those of you who didn't say a word but enjoyed the mess, we thank you. And we'll see y'all not Sunday, but we'll be back next Friday. Okay.
And Timothy, you quit giving that man that food.
Yeah, and Tim, I really want to know. You're gonna have to come on here, Tim, because I got to talk to you. I need to talk to you about your feelings and how you feel and why you feel like Tiafimo is going to give Boots Ennis trouble. I know you said he's a good mover and whatnot, but I don't necessarily think Tio's power is going to translate up to 147 because it didn't and it hasn't at 140. So yeah, we don't have to talk to you about that, Tim. Anyway, we appreciate y'all coming through. It's a lot of YouTubers that were in the comment section today that don't typically comment, but we appreciate y'all coming through. Please feel free to join in anytime. We have a funky good time over here on the Queens of Boxing Talk. We love all the interaction, and we'll see y'all next week on Friday. Have a great, safe Memorial Day weekend. Okay, y'all be safe. No drinking and driving. Make sure you got Lyft or Uber on your phone in the event you need it. Okay, because we want to see all of y'all back here healthy and in the land of the living come Friday. Okay, we'll see y'all later. Thank you. Peace. Bye.